Hi everyone, many of you know me. I'm Michael Sandler. I'm the best-selling author of Barefoot Running and Barefoot Walking and co-creator of the new Mindful Academy and Mindful Running video series, which will be coming out soon. Today I want to talk with you about the top 10 tips to mindfully transition to springtime, or to transition to springtime, which can help set you up for a healthy and happy running season ahead. And the first tip is that we want to start in slowly or not be overexcited or over exuberant. And this is a real hard one to do, because I know if you're like me, it's sunshine, it's warm outside, the birds are chirping. I want to go for a run. And you've probably been stir crazy from the winter as well. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We need to take it slowly. And doubly so if you're a barefoot runner like myself, because we need time to build the feet strong again. But realize, in or out of a shoe, if you overdo it, if you get too excited early on and you do too much, then you could set yourself up for a nagging injury that carries with you throughout the season. It's yet another reason that you want to start slowly and really skip those early season races or early season goals. Instead, build a super strong foundation for yourself. This is really where the tortoise beats the hare. Build a super strong foundation for yourself for the whole season ahead, and then you will fly. The second thing is introduce new terrain slowly. What do I mean by new terrain? Well, chances are, if it's been cold around you, you've been running on sidewalks, you've been running on bike paths, or you've been running on your all-terrain treadmill, also known as flat. So now if we're going to trails, if we're going to varied surfaces, if we're going to steep uphills or downhills, your body's going to be going, what in the world do I do with this? Now your heart, of course, is going to be singing. You're going to want to fly, but we need to give your body a chance to adapt. So introduce the new terrain slowly and don't do too much. So if you feel, oh, I want to go running hill after hill after hill. Whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe start with just one hill today, no hills tomorrow, and then the next day, 2 hills, and then progress a little more and a little more. Also, watch for changing temperatures. Springtime is notorious for wonky weather. What's wonky weather? 30 degrees one minute, 70 degrees the next. With it constantly changing, you can get 3 or 4 seasons of weather in a single run sometimes in the springtime. So that means be prepared for varying weather, for rain, for the wind that can cut right through us. So it means wearing lots of layers, being willing to peel things off, put things back on, and realizing that weather is a workout all to itself. What do I mean by that? Weather is a workout on the body. It's a stressor on the body. If you went out for a 5-mile run at 68 or 70 degrees, great. That's one level of stress you put on your body and you'll build back stronger. But if you go out for a 5-mile run at 30 or 35 degrees, that's a completely different amount of effort and could knock you down if you're not prepared for it for days, if not longer. So whether it's 35, 45, even 55 or 65 degrees, if it's not what you're used to, we need to do a little bit less. Go just a little bit slower and go a shorter duration so the body can adapt without us doing too much. So many of us get knocked down and get sick in the springtime because we got too excited, we did too much too quickly, and we didn't pay attention or weren't mindful and listening to our bodies. That means now is the time to boost your immune system. We really want it supercharged for the spring ahead. One way? Get well hydrated. Drink up to 1 quart of water in the morning. Keep yourself hydrated to where, sorry I'm saying this on camera, but your pee looks like moonshine. In addition, rest more. And really that does mean sleep more. Because if you've stressed the body more, we need to give it more downtime so it can rest and recover more quickly or more strongly. Also get a more alkalizing, health supporting, immune system building diet. This is something we talk about in our books and our video series as well. The more alkalizing we get your body, the more it's going to be able to handle any of the wee beasties that are out there. Additionally, cut back on the sugars, cut back on the acidic foods. These are the foods that breed colds, that breed springtime flus, that breed other illness that we really want to stay far away from. But with that said, here's going to be a mind bender. Don't decrease your calories right now. I know you're thinking, it's time to get into running. I want to shed that extra weight. I'm going to drop that weight quickly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's do one thing at a time. If you want to get back into running, let's get you into running. If you want to shed the weight, let's shed the weight. Let's not do the two at the same time. It's too much stress on the body. However, since I don't want you to reduce calories now, let's look at smarter calories. Let's look at starting the day with a beautiful alkalizing green smoothie. Throw in a bunch of kale, throw in a bunch of chard, get some great vegetable fats going. Throw in some coconut oil. That's amazing for the body. Also get in some turmeric in there, great for anti-inflammation. Get some ginger in there, great for heating up the body and really get that inner flame going. But stay away from the sugars, the sweets, and that could be a soft drink. Cut it out if you can. Or it can be your latte, which is coming with so much sugar in there. Cut back on that a little bit. And particularly, this is going to sound sacrilege, your sports drinks. Sports drinks are laden with corn syrup. Cut that out. Why? That taxes your pancreas, your immune system, your entire body. We need you clipping along at 100%. If we're throwing that junk into you, unfortunately, we're giving you a setback before you've even taken a single step. Layer up. I know I've said it before, but in springtime it is so critically important because the weather is continuously changing. We don't want you hot and sweaty, we don't want you getting wet, and we don't want you getting bone-chilled cold. So have extra layers on, have wicking materials that pull the moisture away from your body. If you get warm, don't hesitate to get a layer off, and if you get cold, don't hesitate to put that back on extra quickly. And on the extra quickly note, when you get home, get warm fast. A hot tub, a bath, a shower. This is the only time of the year that I'm going to talk to you about throwing yourself in warm water to get warm, because later on it's a matter of keeping inflammation under control, and I'm going to want to keep you cool. But now, springtime, let's boost that inner temperature as fast as we can. On that note, check out your shoes. In springtime, if you're not 100% barefoot, it's time to take inventory or take stock and to look at changing to something that's a little bit more minimalist, that's something that's closer to the ground, that gives you more of a wider forefoot to allow those toes to spread. This is going to be the year of waking up your foot and getting it stronger than ever. So now is the perfect time to transition to more minimalist footwear, or footwear that supports your foot being a foot rather than supports your foot by weakening it. Next, number 6, be mindful. What does that mean? It means shut off the iPad or iPhone when you run and take a good look and listen to how you're running. In other words, we want to look at your form right now. What a perfect time to look at your form, then we can first get you outside. Because looking and listening can tell you a lot about what's coming up for you in the season ahead. It's like looking into a time capsule or into a time machine of the future. If you see yourself running asymmetrically, if you see a weakness in your stride, if you hear yourself hitting or smacking the ground hard, then you know some easy or fast things that you can do to improve your form. Springtime, some fine tuning, some small tweaks here and there can make huge differences over the entire season. These are things you can find out more about in our books, Barefoot Running and Barefoot Walking, and in our video series, but your body can tell you so much as well. That's why we call it mindful running. It's expanding that awareness and looking on the inside. Number 7, stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Just don't do it before you run on cold muscles. That's a myth that's gotten a lot of people in trouble. You've seen everybody, they go outside, they start horking on a tree with their calf or pulling back on their foot as if that's going to stretch out their quad. Well, doing that on tight, cold muscles tears them. I'm sorry to say. So instead, if you feel really tight before your run, go warm up, walk for 5 or 10 minutes. Go into a gentle jog, work up a little bit of sweat, then do your stretching. And afterwards, when you're super loose and limber and hot, now is the best time in the world to stretch. Don't just do the traditional stretches though. Get a foam roll or tennis ball, work out the knots, work out the kinks. If you stretch now, you're going to help prevent injuries throughout the entire season and make yourself a faster, more effective, and more efficient runner for the season to come. Number 8, do one-legged exercises, core drills, and running drills to really help you build that foundation strong from the ground on up. These are something you can find online, on our DVD, in our books, and in general, try to think of all of the one-legged hopping and jumping exercises you can come up with, and exercises to really build the core strong. It's your core, your stomach, and your back that really holds you in position, and these are your most important running muscles of them all. So build that core strong. Look at your diet. Since you're investing so much of your time and effort in your running this season, you might as well invest that much time and effort into your fueling as well. That means look at the more natural, local, organic foods that you possibly can, the freshest foods you can, the foods devoid of preservatives or additives or chemicals or sweeteners. The more natural the food you can get into you, the better, the healthier you're going to be, the less inflammation you're going to have throughout your body. And inflammation, that's what makes you creaky, that's what makes you sore, that's what gets you injured. And conversely, the lack of information is what makes you fly. So remember, you are what you eat. So for that strong foundation, invest in your diet. Last and perhaps most importantly is invest in your own inner health. This means love yourself. Truly love yourself. Be kind and gentle to yourself this running season. It's so easy to really want to push or really go hard and to say, no guts, no glory, to read the magazines and feel like I have to push through the pain, and if I'm not doing 10 workouts a day, then I'm not a good human being. Whoa, 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 whoa. First off, you're a good human being whether you can run a foot or not. It really, in the greater scheme of things, that's not what's important. What's important is how you treat yourself. So don't push yourself too hard. It'll come. And don't be too hard on yourself. The kinder and gentler you are on yourself, the less stress you have, the more your cortisol or stress hormone levels are kept down, the faster your body will adapt. You want to fly this year? Be kind and gentle to yourself. This spring really is a new paradigm. It's a paradigm or an era of listening to ourselves, listening to our bodies, and listening to our hearts. It's a time where gentle really is the new strong, and no pain equals maximum gain. So don't push it in the beginning only to break later. Instead, start slowly, build that foundation incredibly strong. This won't just build you strong as a mindful runner, it will build you strong in ways you can't even begin to imagine as a mindful, healthy, happy human being. So this spring, have fun, be mindful, enjoy the runs, and above all else, Enjoy the inner journey.